So the name of the company is Sehat Kahani, which essentially means story of health in Urdu. And the reason we came up with this name is that we essentially want to rewrite how the story of healthcare is being written in Pakistan. So Pakistan is a huge country with a large population of at least 200 million people, but more than 51% of the population lives or falls around the poverty line with little or no access to quality healthcare. A large number of women graduate as doctors, but because of social and cultural norms, they don't come back to workforce. And even the ones who are working, whether they're female doctors or male doctors, they like to work in bigger cities, Karachi, Lahore, Islamabad, or other bigger cities. No one really wants to go into the rural areas, the slum communities, and that's where the main healthcare gap lies. So with Sehat Kahani, what we do is that we go into these areas, we identify a two-room space. So we don't build infrastructure, but we upgrade existing present infrastructure. We recruit a nurse there or a community health worker who's certified to do medical practice. Then she's connected to 2 online doctors. And this is how a Sehat Kahani telemedicine clinic is formed. When I went to GIST in 2016, I think that for me that was my very first international exposure to pitch about my company somewhere. And there are different kinds of people, and at that time I kind of fell within those kind of people who weren't very camera confident, who weren't very confident in speaking on stage, or I guess I was a bit scared. And I think GIST gave me the break to really unlock how I could speak about my startup, how I could really explain the work that we do in the best manner possible. With all the mentors and the trainers who came to that conference, I think they really took out the speaker from within me, and they really helped me to narrate my story in the best possible manner. So I think just really helped me initiate my journey. And for the entire, I would say, startup ecosystem within Pakistan, so it just has been a big support. There are a lot of companies who have come to GIST from Pakistan, some of them have won, some of them have been finalists, but I think the exposure that GIST gives, and also the credibility for an entrepreneur like myself to be associated with GIST, and something which is as prestigious as the US State Department, I think that really adds a lot of value to an entrepreneur's journey. I think it's an amazing experience, and I feel globally the world has changed a lot. And although I came to GIST in 2016, but it seems just like yesterday, but when I look at it, it is like a long time back. And when I was looking at the startups and the different entrepreneurs here, they're going through the same journey that we went through. They're nervous, they're excited, some of them are very sure of what they want to do, some of them are still trying to figure out. And I think seeing the new generation of entrepreneurs is exciting in itself. The world is really shifting towards entrepreneurship. The concept of doing a 9-to-5 job is really changing, and I think I really like the change, and I think the millennials are picking up this change in the best manner possible. It is one of the very few programs which operates in a large number of countries, so they're not limited to a few countries. GIST has a broad spectrum, and they're not limited to 1 or 2 causes. And I think this is where the world is going. Agriculture, health, pollution, these are the problems that the world in its entirety needs to solve, and GIST is looking at them. GIST connects entrepreneurs who are very early in their journey to not only mentors who help them be better orators, better speakers, who helps them pitch, define their pitch, but also gives them some amount of funding, which gives an entrepreneur in the very beginning of their journey the confidence that their idea has some potential and they can do good. That engagement of being the part of such an amazing network is very essential. So GIST has to stay there for the longer time.